What's going on, everybody? Josh Engleman here for Stokastic.com. Back again with the NBA DFS contenders on FanDuel for Monday, April 24th. Now be sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you know when everything goes live. Follow me on Twitter at Josh Engleman and sign up for the lineup generator. You see it on the banner at the top of the screen. Click the link in the description. We're handling all of the real work. We're generating thousands of lineups. We're getting rid of the ones that we think stink. We present the rest to you. If you like it, click save. If you don't, click discard. Another one will pop right up. Chalky builds, contrarian builds, balanced builds, lock players, swap players, export up to 20 via CSV. You can get your first week for less than $5. With a price like that, you're crazy if you're not trying it out. So click the link and go try it out, like I just said. Anyway, Jimmy Butler at the bottom of the list, number 10. Caleb Martin, D'Angelo Russell, Chris Middleton, and Xavier Tillman rounding out the bottom of the top 10, who will be my favorites, my top 5 plays for today. It's time to find out. First up at number 5, we've got Austin Reaves. And I'm not going to lie, when I first started reading that, I thought it said Austin Rivers, and I didn't understand what was happening. He's shooting guard, small forward eligible, 5,800, projected for 29. The goal's 31. He's in the optimal lineup 44% of the time. We know what we're getting with Reaves at this point. He's playing massive minutes. He's playing the third most minutes of anyone on the Lakers, only behind LeBron and AD. So he's just out there, and he's out there a ton. 34 minutes for Reaves, around 0.85 fantasy points per minute. Slight boost here against a faster Grizzlies team. 16 points on 17% usage, 4.5 boards, 4.5 assists, maybe a stock. It's a great position. It's a great price. It's a great role. That's why you see him showing up 5th. In at number 4, we have Gabe Vincent. This one's a little tricky. I don't totally know what the Heat are going to be doing with their rotation just yet. I think this is at least a pretty good floor. We know that Tyler Hero is out. We know now that Victor Oladipo is going to be done for probably the rest of his career, unfortunately. Sad to see. So I think Gabe Vincent just has to play a bunch of minutes. I gave him 28. He's point guard, shooting guard eligible, 4,100, projected for 20, goals 22, optimal lineup 45% of the time. He might play upwards of 36 minutes. If the Heat want to do this like the crazy way, this becomes an 8-man rotation and sort of like 7.5. A lot of this will also depend on whether or not Giannis plays, because the more Giannis plays, the less you can play Kevin Love. So there's a lot of things moving around here for Miami. But I think at the very least, Gabe Vincent's playing about 28 minutes as long as this game isn't a blowout either direction. He just has to be out there. They're running out of dudes. 28 minutes, 0.7 fantasy points per minute, 11 points, 3 boards, 3 assists, a stock. It's a great spot for Vincent. But I think that he's live to play upwards of 36 if this breaks correctly. And at that point, at 4,100, you're going to be really happy you have him. We go to number 3. That's Desmond Bane, shooting guard, small forward eligible, 7,100, projected for 35.5. The goal is 37.5. He's in the optimal lineup 45% of the time. Pretty standard issue stuff here for Bane. 35 minutes, one fantasy point per minute, basically right on the number. 25% usage, 19 points, 6 boards, 4.5 assists, a stock and a half. Great flexibility at the position. I think they're going to have to play more and more minutes with their starters, or at least you would think that's the goal. Memphis doesn't have a lot of wiggle room left, so don't be surprised to see 37 or 38 minutes from Bane if they have to. It is a good spot against the Lakers from a pace perspective, maybe not necessarily from a defense perspective, but price, role, position, most important here. Shooting guard, small forward, you got to get to Desmond Bane. Basically everything I said about Gabe Vincent, you got to say about Kyle Lowry. Point guard eligible, 4,500, projected for 23.5, goals 24.5, optimal lineup 48% of the time. I went 28 minutes here. I think he's live to play upwards of 34 in this one. 0.85 fantasy points per minute, so a much better per minute guy than Vincent. Less likely to play a ton of minutes, I think. I just don't understand this dude's health. 10 points, 4 boards, 4 assists, a stock. Somebody's got to play for Miami. It's hard not to like the Heat now that they're losing guys and the fact that they're up 2-1. But the Giannis status will dictate everything for Miami. Whether Giannis is in or not, you guys should sign up for the lineup generator. $4.48. You see it on the screen. Scan the QR code, click the link in the description. If you don't like it during your first week, just cancel. You're out $4.48. You cannot beat that deal. Finally, we are closing it out with Bam Adebayo, center eligible, 7,800, projected for 46. The goal is 41, Optimal lineup 55% of the time. I don't know what else to do here. I probably have him. I may have him slightly over projected, but even if I do, he's still one of the best plays that you can play today. We're talking about a guy that's normally just a 1.15 fantasy point per minute guy. They're losing bodies. I think 38 minutes in a competitive matchup here seems about right for Bam. That's 27% usage. That's 22 points and 12 boards. That's 4 assists and 2 stops. There's just so many ways for Bam to get there at that price. And they're slowly, like, they're not trying to play the bottom of their bench more for Bam. Again, the key piece here. How many minutes does Giannis Antetokounmpo play today? If it's 0, then Bam could see 36. They can afford to play Kevin Love more. If Bam is playing, if Giannis is playing, then Bam's going to be out there a lot. And barring any foul trouble, I think it's pretty clear. Bam Adebayo is the best play you can get to on today's slate. Alrighty, folks, that will do it. Those are my NBA DFS contenders on FanDuel for Monday, April 24th. DraftKings version is around here somewhere, so check it out. Good luck tonight, everybody. Win some money. We are back again tomorrow morning for another edition of the Contenders.